Hey all, I'm working on finishing up the next episode of Errant Signal, and that video should be going up soonish, but right now I wanted to talk a bit about happenings and goings-on. Namely, I'm trying to figure out how to get more content generated more often, and part of that is figuring out what else to do on this channel, but another part of it is making sure you know about some of the other projects I've been involved with since I don't think I've ever formally announced them on the YouTube channel, which is weird, but we'll talk about that in a bit. So for those of you who don't already know, I've been doing a Let's Play series for about 4 years now called Spoiler Warning. It's decidedly more fun than Errant Signal usually is.
Tell the story, Camster, but you gotta tell it like we're around a fucking campfire. And like this is the spookiest story you've ever told. Go.
Let's spoil the whole game, even though none of us have played it.
Come on, Camster, tell us a ghost story.
I can't tell you a Wikipedia article summary like it's a ghost story. I can't
You
do it.
have to!
It's mostly the 5 of us deep diving into games to riff on them stupidly, and occasionally criticize them intelligently.
What's really frustrating is you always feel like you're just about to get to the good bits. It feels like just any minute that all this stuff that the game is making and all these ideas are going to start to pay off. But it never really does, it never comes together.
We also tend to run into a lot of bugs.
Pillow hands.
What the fuck? Oh no!
It appears to be some kind of sidewalk.
Oh, and we also have a weekly podcast called The Diecast if you want to hear us goof off on the drive to work or whatever, so there's also that. If that's a little too tonally removed from Errant Signal and you want something more in line with this show's pretentious self-seriousness, I have good news. I've also just started a new monthly show with The Game Professor, MC Prophet, and Red Angel, who are all analytical types with YouTube channels like me, and we want to talk super smartly about games. The show is called The Gaming Symposium, and the goal is for it to be a sort of book club format. We'll announce a game a month before we cover it so everyone at home can play it too, and then we'll all get together and talk about it on the show, then announce the next game at the end, and so on. The aim is to cover pretty short games since we're all YouTubers with our own channels and individual games to cover and essays to write, so I don't think we'll be able to do like The Witcher 3 or whatever, but there's a wealth of short games out there just begging to be analyzed and picked apart. And of course, because we're 4 artsy critics, the first game we're going to cover in a month is an independent French title. If you want to know more, go watch the first episode of the Gaming Symposium. It's just an introduction and we announce the first game, but it'll give you a good idea of who we all are. So that's a monthly book club style show, a weekly Let's Play series, and a weekly podcast in addition to all the stuff going on this channel. Hypothetically, you should be sick of me at this point. But as much stuff as all of that is, I really want to figure out ways to make this channel get more regular updates. However, more long-form scripted videos just aren't possible. It takes a lot of time to play a full game and let it percolate a bit, and then write 2,000 to 4,000 words on it, and then edit that all together into a 10 to 20 minute video. And the current rate of Errant Signal videos is kind of maxed out. But I do want this channel to see more regular updates, so I think I'm gonna start experimenting with new formats. I don't know what shape they'll be in yet, because I don't know what'll work. It might mean more regular, short, conversational, but still scripted blurbs like this one, or archives of me streaming, or off-the-cuff vlogs about games, or quick looks at new indie games, or something else entirely I haven't thought of yet. And don't worry, Errant Signal isn't changing or going anywhere, that'll stay the long-form criticism show it's always been. This will all just be in addition to that. Really, I'm just asking if you'll bear with me as I try some new formats and see if I can find something that works, unlike the blips and shortwave transmissions that basically just spiraled out into episodes almost as time-consuming to make as the main show was to produce. So that's sort of where things stand now. There's a bunch of cool stuff out there, and I'm gonna keep making cool stuff. I just hope as I experiment with new formats, you'll understand if not all of them succeed. Anyway, I have to get back to finishing up this Firewatch video. I'll see you guys soon, and because I don't say this enough in Errant Signal videos, thanks for watching.